Hello, my beautiful Leos, my Lions roar. It's been a hot minute, guys. Um, I had a lot of things happen all at once for me, and you know how I always talk about asking for slap in the face signs by spirit, but when you ask, be prepared, okay? Because it may come in the form of like a tower moment, but it's always to teach you a lesson, right? So, yeah, things weren't as bad as I had thought were. So, thank you, God, Creator of the universe. But I did have a little bit of a scare. So, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So let's see, my beautiful lions roar. What's going on for you? If you're new to my channel, welcome on in. Please hit that subscribe button. Click on the bell. If this resonates for you, please give it that thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I do reply to my comments, guys. So, what do the ancestors want you to know at this time, my beautiful Leos? Three cards thrown right out for you. Woohoo! Ooh, I like that. This one, the chiefess, strength tested. So you're going to be going through a test, or you're going through a test right now. Okay, it's a test of the battle of strength, courage. Okay, and I get that, Leos, because that was something like what I just went through. So just know, all right, you have the courage and the strength to get through whatever it is you're going through right now. Just breathe, take a step back, relax, and work with the energy. Okay, work with the energy. This too shall pass. Things are not as bad as it seems. And I know everyone I'm talking to is going through some type of test of strength and courage. Are you going to be in it for the long haul? Are you going to hang in and see it through? Are you going to be brave? Okay, Spirit wants you to know you have enormous amount of strength, and I feel like for a lot of you, um this almost, I feel like, has to do with uh love, because it almost looks like she is holding a cup in her hand, but it's actually like an island suspended in energy. Okay, so I don't know if somebody is traveling back home to their native land, to the islands. And it's taken you a lot of courage and strength to do that, because maybe you haven't been there in a very long time. Okay, for others of you, it could be maybe some of you want to purchase a small island, right? And there's a little scareness there. Know that you can do anything, my Leos. And then look at this, Mother of Air. Communicate your boundaries. Loving boundaries are very important at this time. Okay, we all need healthy boundaries, but you can set your boundaries and you can speak them in a loving way, right? Without getting upset, without chaos, without harshness, without hurt. You know, you could just say, hey, these are my boundaries, and those who overstep my boundaries are not welcomed in my life. It's not because I don't care for you, I don't value you, I value myself, and I care for myself much more. Okay, so there's something there for you, Leo. And also know, for some of you, you are protected. If you've lost your mother to spirit, okay, you are protected. That's very important. Also, for some of you who may have lost a little girl to spirit, I want to say around the age of 5 to 7, She is your guardian angel and she is protecting you at this time. That's for somebody specific out there. Okay, and then the last one is Mother of Fire. Yes, rise and shine. You are very nurturing, you are very loving. This is like rising up like the phoenix. Okay, for some of you that have lost a child to spirit, this is, spirit reminding you you have other children that need your love, need your nurturing, need your attention. Okay, for others of you, this could be, after going through a difficult time of losing your mother. Okay, or just a difficult time that maybe you didn't set good boundaries with someone in your life. That, for those of you who lost a mother to spirit, she was like a, what do they call it, a matriarch of your family. And she really kept it together. And those things that you loved about her, embrace them and bring them into your life as well. Okay. For others of you, you are rising up from the fire. You're passionate. Excuse me. You're passionate. Talk about your passions. Okay. Talk about your creative ideas. For some of you, you're very passionate about being a mother, and you could be going through some challenging times right now. Maybe you're having a hard time becoming pregnant. This picture tells me that if you're doing any type of fertility clinic type things or anything like that, you could end up with triplets. Okay, so that's a message for somebody else out there. So let's see. Where are we going with this? For my lovely Leos. A lot of feminine energy. So you could be dealing with a feminine. If you're a masculine or someone with masculine energy, you could be dealing with a lot of feminine energies around you right now. And that in itself can be very challenging, right? Especially if it's like a daughter and, like your partner and their mother, a daughter and their mother, your wife and their mother. So there may be some healthy boundaries you need to set in place, right? Because there are some mothers who don't know their boundaries. So you have to set the boundaries for them. Okay, it's time to communicate with your partner about setting those healthy boundaries. Okay, setting those healthy boundaries. Alrighty, so for my Leos, wow, a lot around boundaries. Alrighty, so for my lovely Leos, what do they need to know? We have the Hangman. Yeah, interference. 5 of Swords. The Empress. The Tower. Sorry about that, guys. The Tower. Woo, the World. I like that. Suddenly, the cycle closes. Okay, and you go in a whole new direction. Okay, somebody is really trying to keep you small. Okay, smash and make you feel insignificant. It's almost like, I know I keep going back to a mother energy, guys, but that is like really what I'm feeling. It's almost like you're not good enough, you can't do enough. There's nothing that pleases them. They're always like knocking you down a peg. It's almost like them saying, like you saying, oh, I got this great raise, and I got a $10,000 a year raise, And I'm just so excited, and and then them turning around and saying, for all you do for that company, that's all you're worth is $10,000. Like, instead of being excited and happy for you, this person just like is constantly causing you to fight for approval. There's something here about fighting for approval. Listen, guys, you do not have to prove yourself to anyone. Okay? You know your worth, you know your value, right? That's where the healthy boundaries come in, right? And I can hear you now. Yeah, that's easier said than done. Well, let me tell you, if you stick with it, okay, if you stick with it, then it becomes much easier. Okay, I've had to set boundaries with people in my life, and I just keep repeating the lesson with them, right? I just keep, and when they're overstepping my boundaries, I'm like, oh, geez, I'm sorry. I really need to go right now. I have a client coming. I have videos I need to make. And I end the conversation, and the more I do that, guess what? They, whether it's unconsciously or subconsciously, start to respect my boundaries. And they don't go in the direction that they realize. When they do, I end the conversation because they're overstepping my boundaries, right? So there's something here. Okay, there's something that you have been very, very patient about. Okay, you've really tried to look at things from all perspectives, right? And you're realizing that a cycle needs to close. Okay, you've been patient long enough. You really, really have. And it's not changing. Okay, it is not changing. And you're realizing that. Okay, you're realizing that. This is meant to end. Okay, whether it's a relationship partner that's keeping you down, or it's their mother interfering, but it's like something's gotta give, right? It's like something's gotta give. And if it doesn't give, then you're going in your own direction. Okay. For some of you, you could be struggling with your mother figure interfering, right? Interfering with how you raise your family, interfering with, what's the right way to become pregnant, interfering with, what is family life to you? Well, we didn't do it that way when I was growing up. Well, it's like I tell my children all the time. You're going to take the things that you loved about me being a mother and incorporate it into your mothering. And then the things that you didn't agree with how I mothered, well, then you change it to how you feel it should be. And it's keep growing and evolving and growing and evolving. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. I mean, that's what I did. The things that I didn't agree with and how I was raised, I didn't incorporate those in how I raised my children. I raised my children very differently. And I raised my family away from toxic family members, okay, and my own family. And try to protect them from toxic people in their father's family the best that I could, because I didn't want them raised in that type of environment. So there's something there that somebody may be struggling with right now. The important thing for you to hold on to here is that you are making a mature decision for yourself. Okay? We have the Empress, we have the World, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? There is a commitment, okay, that is destined and fated on your path, okay? This is divine timing is at hand here. And, you know, whether somebody agrees with the partner you have picked or not, you are still going to commit to that person. You are going to take that leap of faith because you realize that it's your patience, okay, that has won out, that strength, right? Having patience with the situation. Maybe some of you have been praying, okay, that especially if it involves your partners, you know, whoever this is that is causing the interference in this relationship, the conflict in this relationship, okay? It's like suddenly somebody is having this huge tower moment, okay? And that could be as much as an epiphany, right? Or just suddenly there's this huge blow up and it's like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Time to end this toxic cycle and I'm moving forward. And here's the thing, the only toxic energy here is whoever this is that's causing conflict. Whoever this is that's making someone feel unworthy. Whoever this is that's making someone feel small. That is the only conflict here. Every other card is positive. The Hangman, the Empress, even the Tower is positive. Okay, because right after that, we have the World, we have the Fool, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, Temperance. Everything else is positive. So this is like a sudden transformation. Okay, now we're going to look into what this Five of Swords is about. Who is this person? What is this Five of Swords about? Okay. So for some of you, it could be a inner conflict, okay, regarding a love partner, okay, because we do have the Ace of Cups here. Okay, this could be, you know, family not approving of a love partner. Well, they're not living your life, are they? You are. For some of you, you could feel like somebody is taking love away from you. That's what I'm hearing for some of you. Okay. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whoever this person is that's causing this conflict, and again, I keep getting mother. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to beat that. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. And that may be how you feel. You know, like, geez, you know what? We keep having this argument over and over and over again. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. Okay. This person, like, wow, what a heavy burden to be carrying. What a heavy burden to be carrying. You know, this person could like the extravagant things in life, okay? Or this person could be claiming, okay, that they're being left with nothing. You're taking everything away from me. That's like that guilt trip. You know, that's like that guilt trip. Kind of like reminds me of, and please, Italian mothers, don't get mad at me because I am one, right? But it's like that mother son syndrome, right? Like Italian mothers have a really, like, I don't know, Italian son syndrome. Like their sons can do no wrong. I changed that pattern, okay? I hold my children accountable. I have a female and a male, a daughter and a son, and I hold them both accountable and responsible for the things that happen in their lives. I make no excuses for my children. However, it's like that type of energy. Oh, you're going to leave me here out in the cold and I'm penniless. And what am I going to do? And blue, 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 blue. Right? Really, really putting on the guilt trip. Okay? Really putting on the guilt trip. And what are you going to choose? Okay? What are you going to choose? I tell you right now, you're going to choose going towards a loving relationship. And mom is going to have to deal with it. Okay? Yeah, this is like suddenly. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. Boom. Tower moment comes in, and it's like, look, I have the right. Okay, you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, an air sign. But it's like, look, I'm sorry, but this is my partner. This is my wish come true. This is my other half. This is my spiritual connection. And I know that. Right? So it's like suddenly all this happens and there's someone who cannot deal with it, whether it's a family member, a female friend, a mother, right? Someone you respect, you hold great respect for. This person could be not cutting you down, but cutting the person that you've chosen to spend your life with down. Right? And maybe that's the choice you're having to make. And it's a difficult choice because nobody wants that, right? You want everybody to love each other and respect each other, even if you don't feel they're the best person for me. Respect them for me. Okay? For me. So, and this is all happening now. Okay? With the world card here, we're at the 11th or 12th. 12th. We're on the 12th. So this is happening in like 9 days. Okay, for those of you that this resonates with, this is all happening in 9 days. Okay, I'm getting that by the 21st of May. This is all going to come to a head. Okay, it's all going to come to a head. But in the end, it's all going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Okay, this is a test of your strength from spirit. Are you going to stand up for yourself? Are you going to create strong boundaries? Are you going to be in a nurturing and loving relationship? Or are you going to let somebody destroy that for you? You're not going to let somebody destroy that for you, Leo. I can see it in the cards. I can see it in the cards, but it is going to test your strength because nobody wants to choose between two loving people, right? But at the end of the day, who lays next to you in your bed? At the end of the day, who gets you through those challenging times in your life? At the end of the day, who supports your creative ideas? At the end of the day, who's holding your hand? Right? And maybe that's what you want to look at the end of the day. Fill in the blank. Right? So tell me about this Fool card. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. See? At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, when you set those boundaries, right? At the end of the day, when you say what's on your mind in a loving way, right? This is my happiness. This is my passion. This is my everything, right? This is my time. This is justice. The scales are in my favor. This is about me taking care of me. This is about me building a family for me. This is about me having community, finding where I fit in, where I can grow, right? Where I can just be me and accepted. For me, the Queen of Wands in this card, right? Her face almost looks like a masculine, right? Like it's a lioness, but she has like a masculine energy to her. But she's being her true, authentic self, male or female. She's following her passion. She's being who she's meant to be unapologetically. She's protective. She's loving. She's unique. She can be a little selfish, but she has a lot of passion. A lot of passion. And I feel like that's where you're heading. Okay? That's you're following your passion. Good for you. Good for you. So the World card, this new cycle. Woohoo, this, look at you taking action. Yes, you are. You've been waiting a long time. And now it's time for you to take action. You've looked at all your options. You've weighed them all out. You know that this is a door that's opening for you to bringing a lot of other possibilities and advancements in your life. But you realize you can lose it all if you don't take action now. Okay, you can lose it all if you don't take action now. So why is the wheel here? The wheel of fortune. Why is the wheel here? Okay, you could be dealing with an air sign, an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Someone who, you know, is ruled by their thoughts, their mind, they're logical. Okay, they could be revealing a truth to you. They're coming in fast. Okay, so here's that other tower. You know, love comes in fast, and maybe there's people who do not agree with it going forward so quickly. You know, it's kind of like one of those. I met a couple one time that literally knew each other for 3 weeks and got married, and 30 something years later, they're still together. That was at the time when I met them. Now it's probably 40 something years if they're still together. But could you imagine meeting somebody and 3 weeks later getting married and still being together? Both their families thought they were nuts. Thought they were nuts for getting married after 3 weeks. But for them, when they knew they were meant to be together, and they took that leap of faith. They got committed, they got married, right? And not everybody agreed, but afterwards they realized that they knew. They knew. So something else here on a side note is, if that resonates for you, what I just said, when things go awry, have patience, because you haven't known them long and you like got married. So now like them little quirks and stuff are going to come to the surface, and it's going to require patience to work through them. Okay? Final thoughts. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. This is a very, very destined, fated, yeah, time is now. You hear those sirens going off? Those fireworks you're seeing? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. This is a solid opportunity in love. In love. So follow your heart. Follow your heart. This is a great opportunity for you to do what you love. It's an opportunity in love. It's your deepest wish coming true. But that doesn't mean everybody else is going to agree with you. Okay? So, yes, you're being tested right now. But you've got this, Leo. You've got this. As always, guys, please, if this resonated for you, give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment, subscribe, share, click on the bell. From my heart to yours, guys, I wish you nothing but love, light, and blessings. Be well, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.